Okay, welcome everyone to the stream. We should be live right now. We're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin, altcoins, your requests. We're going to talk about the FOMC meeting, inflation, and all that good stuff. So let me just open up the comment section here and we'll get into your requests. We'll start off with some Bitcoin TA as always. So how is everyone doing? We haven't had a stream in like a month or so. So we're finally back. Welcome everyone who's joining the stream. We'll wait for some people to join in and then we'll start with some Bitcoin TA. Can you please check Gala and where I can set buy orders? We'll check out Gala. Khalid Saeed. Hello there. Alaikum salam. How are you doing, my friend? Always great to see you in the chat. Are you still buying DSLA? Would appreciate your thoughts. I'm still buying DSLA and we'll take a look at the charts in the stream. So a few people joined in. Let's jump into Bitcoin's chart. So this is the weekly and we've been targeting this support block for many weeks, and as you can see we're finally back testing the upper trend line of the block. So the block is set up between 25,500 down to 24,200, and this is based on these touches that we had here in August 2022 and in February 2023. Then we broke above in March. We had a nice back test of support in June, a move to the upside, and now another move back down to the block. So consolidating here in this area would be perfect for Bitcoin. Maybe we even, come back down to the green trend line at some point and retest that, because this is a major long-term multi-year support trend line that we have on Bitcoin. As you can see, we've been hitting it since January 2019 pretty much, and every single time you have a bounce off of that, you have a pretty strong move to the upside. So Bitcoin right now is doing everything it needs to be doing. We got a bit overextended, so I was warning everyone that we're potentially going to see a pullback and we might get a deeper pullback and we might retest this block. That's exactly what happened. As you can see, the gap in between the 20 EMA and the price action was fairly large. So that was a very strong indicator that was telling us a pullback was coming. Let's take a look at a different chart here. So this is our monthly chart and this is where we have our halvings. So let me just remove all the price tags. So the fourth halving presumably right now is going to be happening on in March, April 2024. Until we get there, we can still have a roller coaster of a ride. We might have a strong dip towards the end of the year, but I think the closer we get to the halving, the better the chances of this uptrend continuing we have. So I don't think we're going to be having a major black swan event. Obviously, those come out of nowhere. So, for example, if China decides to invade Taiwan this October, we might have a strong market dip. Otherwise, I don't think we're going to be seeing $15,000 retested for Bitcoin. So manage your expectations. However, altcoins are looking very tasty right now. If you haven't been getting into some altcoins, now is the time to start accumulating. And as always, you can send in your requests, any altcoins you want me to take a look at. I'll be sharing some altcoins that I've been buying, at least some of them, because most of the buy alerts are going to Patreon. If you want to become a member, feel free to check out the link down below in the description. There's a 7-day free trial, and you can get access to all my content for absolutely free. Now, let's jump into the CMEgroup.com. So this is the FedWatch tool. This is where we take a look at the expectations from investors regarding the next FOMC meeting, which is going to be happening on September 20th. So a bit less than a month away. And we're looking at 80% no change and 20% hike. So we were pretty positive that we were going to be getting 2 hikes after the July meeting or after the June meeting. So we did get a hike in July and we were expecting a hike in September, but now things suddenly changed and we're sitting at an 80% no change expectation. That might obviously change again if there are some other news coming out that will affect the markets. But as of right now, it looks like we're not going to be getting a change. And Jerome Powell just had a speech a few days ago. I think it was before yesterday. So if we take a look at the conclusion here, because there's a lot to read through if you haven't looked at the speech, but as is often the case, we're having to navigate by the stars under cloudy skies. In such circumstances, risk management considerations are critical. At upcoming meetings, we will assess our progress based on the totality of the data and the evolving outlook and risks. Based on this assessment, we will proceed carefully as we decide whether to tighten further or instead to hold the policy rate constant and await further data. Restoring price stability is essential to achieving both sides of our dual mandate. We will need price stability to achieve a sustained period of strong labor market conditions that benefit all. And if you listen through his speech, there's a lot of jargon, a lot of gibberish, and what he's saying is that they don't know what's happening. They'll proceed as they get more data, and they don't know whether they're going to be going for a hike or for a stop, because they did go for a pause back in June, if you guys remember that, and everyone was surprised, and we thought, that's it, we're going to be getting the cuts. Well, I didn't think that, obviously, and that was basically just a brief stop until they further went to move up the interest rate. So I do think we're going to be getting more interest rate hikes if for some reason we get a pause this September. You know, we still have a few meetings before the end of the year, so we have one on November 11th, or November 1st, I should say, and then December 13th. So there are still, you know, half and half in terms of these two meetings, so 44% for a pause and 46% for a hike. So we still don't know what's going to be happening. This isn't as important as it might seem, because you don't want to base your entire trading style based on the FOMC meetings and Jerome Powell, because what they say can't be taken seriously realistically, because they can go back on their words anytime. Now they're predicting 2%. They want to go down to 2%. That's their target. If they decide 3% is enough, they can come out and say, hey, 3% is enough. We're not going to be going or targeting anything lower than that. So that's something to understand. Now let's start off with some of your altcoins, guys. Let's see what you guys have here. That was weird. All right, so we did get a question about Gala. So I know Archie's really bullish on Gala. I haven't bought any yet. Let's open up the coin market cap page here and take a look at Gala. Okay, so the market cap sitting at $444 million. We have 46% out in circulation, so the tokenomics don't look that bad as of right now. And if we take a look at the price action here, let me open up Gala. There we go. Let's jump into the daily chart and see what's going on. So we're reaching our lower support block, which we did set a few months ago. As you can see, this was set up a long time ago. We were doing some TA on it, and we had a wick down into this area back in June, and now we're coming back down and we're filling up this wick pretty much. So I would say anything around this purple block between 0.01841 down to 0.01618 is an amazing buying opportunity. Now, I don't know if we're going to be losing this low or not, because if Bitcoin continues, dropping to $24,000, altcoins will bleed, and if that does happen, then we might be looking at further downside for Gala. Now, how do we know how low we might go? Is we can just set up a Fibonacci retracement here and see what our 1.618 target is. So the 1.618 is sitting at 0.01778, and the second fib level, which is our capitulation target, would be sitting at 0.01598. So I would set up some buy and limit orders around this area if you want to get a good buying price for Gala. And this is pretty much the all-time low prices around this block, because this is our bottom in December 2022, and we haven't been any lower ever since. So we'll see how this goes. The 1.272 here at 0.01138 is going to be your minimal target based on this larger fib that we have with the targets to the downside. So we have this high in January 2023 and this low in January 2023 as well. And we're approaching the low, and we'll see if we can break below. If we do, the 1.272 is going to be your minimal target, guys. So let me know what you guys think of Gala. I know a lot of people are turning away from it. Personally, I don't care for it that much. I haven't done much research into it because I have some other altcoins that I'm focusing on right now. But I do know it's a pretty big gaming project. Can you please check out Corium, Hype C, Tenet, FRA, Heartet? I would like to know if the bottom has been reached or if the prices are even lower. Those are a lot of coins, my friend. I don't think we're going to be able to take a look at all of those. So let's go in order. We have DSLA next up. So I am buying DSLA. These are really good prices. We were targeting the golden ratio here, and right now the 0.0005847 looks like the next support that we're targeting, or that we're approaching pretty rapidly, to be honest with you. And if things go south, we might even end up down here at these lows at 0.0003431, which is our local bottom that we printed in January 2023. So this entire move is going to get eaten out by this pullback, right? And if you haven't been taking profits here, or if you weren't swing trading, then pretty much all of your profits are gone. But if you're building a strong position for the long term, I would say anything below the golden ratio is an amazing buying opportunity, because the current market cap, is sitting at approximately $4 million. And 94% of the total supply is out in circulation, so the tokenomics are really good. And this guy says DSLA is coming down so fast, I sold all. Well, this is a low cap gem, my friend, so I bet he sold at a loss as well. And I do have a pretty good position. I'm going to get more coins. I don't remember what my average buying price is, to be honest with you, but I would be getting more coins, especially if we start dipping below the 786 fib. Amazing buying opportunities. I very much doubt we're going to be going below the January 2023 low, because I don't think we're going to be having a super duper crash anytime soon in the next few weeks. But anything's possible, obviously. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm just saying based on what's going on the charts right now, it doesn't look like we're going to be dropping below this bear market low. Voice or just me? Is there an issue with the voice? Right now, it doesn't look like... No, everything works fine. Everything should be working fine. Okay, so next up we have Daniel A. He's asking for a bunch of coins. We'll take a look at the first one he requested, which is... Actually, let's do AGIX, because I was getting some other requests from other people about this token. So AGIX, we're finally back down in this support block. As you can see, this is an amazing support level that we're holding over here. We did see a bounce back in January at the start of this year, and now we're getting suppressed by the 20 MA, so there is a good chance we're going to be even losing the support block. So in this case, what we can do is we can set up a Fibonacci retracement and see what our targets are to the downside. Obviously, the 1.618 has been met with the SWIC. Below that, you have the second fib level, which is our capitulation target at 14 cents or 14.5 cents if you want to be on the dot. And if we start losing this block, there's also a pretty good chance we might drop all the way down to 9.5 cents, because as you can see, we did have a pretty strong move to the upside here in January without any retests whatsoever. So we might just drop down pretty quickly. I don't know. I'm not going to be getting into AGIX at these prices, certainly, because this has already pumped so much. So from December 2022, we did a 1,759% to the upside. And so far, we're only down 76%, which is a pretty good pullback from a local high, but I would be waiting for a further downside before I would consider entering this token. One thing to notice is that we're sitting at this local high here right now. So who knows if this is going to be our bottom for the time being, but I don't think so, because Bitcoin is I'm expecting Bitcoin to drop back down to $24,000 at least. Worst case scenario, we drop back down to 22,000. We'll see how things go. But for now, AGIX looking good to average in if you don't have any tokens whatsoever and you're really eager to buy. You can enter a bit here and then set up some buy limit orders at the 1.618, which is sitting at 0.159 cents, pretty much 16 cents. And then you have 14.5 cents over here. So those would be your two buy limit orders to look at. And long term, this price over here, 0.09241, is going to be your major support level as well. All right, next up. We have A&M Azul NL Maroc asking for GLMR coin. Наталія Бурячок, великий привіт з України. Good job, look forward to seeing you. І вам також привіт з України. Ну, з Канади, я б сказав, а не з України. Добре. All right, let's move up to the next coin, which is going to be GLMR. Okay, there we go. So on the daily chart, as you can see right now, we're holding the 1.272 fib. We're doing everything we were expected to do. We're dropping below this major support trend line, which was sitting at approximately 21.5 cents. And our 1.618 target is going to be at 17.5 cents. So that could still play out in the next few weeks. We might still get to this target here. So if you want to set up some buy limit orders, you can do that. And even right now, you have an amazing buying opportunity. So I wouldn't be too stingy, and I would just start averaging in over here, because you're sitting at all-time low prices. If you were targeting or looking to get into GLMR for a very long time, and you haven't done that yet, this is the opportunity to get into GLMR, and you can send the tokens into staking on the Nova wallet or on the Moonbeam network. And yeah, there's not a lot to say about GLMR. We just did a TA on it a few days ago, so you can check it out. Just go to my uploads over here, and you can take a look at what we've done with Theta. There you go. That's the video, so feel free to watch it. Next up, we have Solana. Okay, relaxing, beautiful sounds. Let's take a look at Solana. So Solana did have a nice move up from June. We did see quite a powerful pump. So this is the low. We did approximately 152% to the upside. That's pretty good. Okay. And now we're starting to look for a low. We did break out of this falling wedge. As you can see, this was something that we were targeting, and the $26 target was perfectly met over here. And now we're pulling back down to the next support. So $18 is going to be our major support here. This is the top of the block that we've set up from $12 up to $18 based on these previous touches that we had. I think this was set up on the weekly charts. Actually, no, it was set up on the daily, because you can see we have one bounce here in February and one bounce here in March. So $18 would be a great entry into Solana. Some other altcoins are looking much better. Even Polygon Matic right now is looking much better in terms of the price action. Solana is only starting to come down now. We are just getting the bearish cross on the daily. So I would set up some buy limit orders at $18, guys. And yeah, the RSI still hasn't come back down that low. I would say just be patient if you're looking to get into Solana for whatever reason. Personally, I'm not buying any Solana coins. We have Altura, so let's take a look at Altura. This is going to be quite a short stream, to be honest with you guys. We're not going to be doing a full hour, so we'll probably go for 10 more minutes. Okay, so let's take a look at Altura. I'm bullish on this project as well. Great gaming infrastructure coin, and the chart is looking really healthy, to be honest with you. Like, obviously, we did not get in, or I did not get in at this price here at the bottom in December 2022. I was buying in, I think, somewhere around 3 cents. My patrons have the buy limit order, or the buy orders on Patreon, so feel free to check that out. But right now, it looks like we're printing a higher low. And if you want to be getting into the project, that's fine. I would not recommend you go all in right now because there's still a huge chance of us seeing a further pullback. $23 million market cap, 72% is out in circulation, out of the total supply, obviously. So you can start averaging in slowly but surely if you really want to do that. But I would set up some buy limit orders at 0.0268 cents and at 0.02 cents. These would be two actually here as well. We're going to have another level here. This is going to be based on this local low that we printed in June at 0.023549 cents. So a few buy limit orders you can set up. There are some other low caps you can be looking at right now because this thing has done pretty well in the last few months. 600% to the upside, and we're only down 57% by June, and right now we're only down 40% from the local high. So I would be a bit more patient with this coin. Not saying it's a bad project, just saying wait a bit. Okay, so Michael M is asking for Cardano. Let's take a look at Cardano. I do have some ADA, and right now is an amazing buying opportunity. We're sitting at this low, so if you were looking to get into Cardano, now is the time. We're retesting the December 2022 low for the second time this summer. And we might even be printing some sort of a double bottom pattern here. As you can see, you have this low, you have this low, and you have the local high here printed in July. If you want a target out of this pattern, potential pattern, because if we lose this low, then it's invalidated, obviously. We would be looking at 50 cents or so per token, per coin, but that's yet to come, obviously. And if we start losing the support, let's see what our targets to the downside are looking like. So we have 21.5 cents, we have 22.86, and we have 24 cents. And the 1.272 was perfectly retested over here. We still might be going further down and retesting some of these extension levels on the Fibonacci retracement. Obviously, this is a high cap altcoin. We're not expecting this to do 100x or anything like that. In fact, I'm expecting Cardano to get to $6, maybe $7 in the next bull market, and that's pretty much it. I'm not going to be waiting for $500 or whatever. Eagled is a good project. I do agree. I do agree with that, my friend. Ben Mir is asking for Tether, but I would assume you're saying Theta, so we're going to take a look at Theta. I think we did no, we didn't do an update on Theta last Thursday. Let's take a look at Theta here. So the price did dip quite well. And we're back in this, we're still in this channel down pattern, this massive channel down pattern. If you're looking for the absolute bottom that we might get here, potentially it's going to be here at 53 or so cents, which is very close to the bottom of the support block and very close to the bottom or the support of the channel down pattern. So if you want to set up some buy limit orders, that's fine. But personally, I would start averaging in right now. I do have a position already, but I would start averaging in right now if you don't have any coins whatsoever, because we're pretty much sitting at the bear market low of this cycle. This is where we had a bit of a back test of support and resistance in 2020. That's where this support block comes from. So you had a bounce in October, a move back down into November, a bounce from there, and off we went. Since then, we haven't been down until December 2022, which is when we came back down into the support block. So you're still in the support block. This is where I would be accumulating, guys. And we've had this for months on our charts. We were expecting this, and we were talking about this block for ages. So this is not something that we're just discussing for the first time on the channel. So if you stick with the channel, you take a look at all the live streams and our TA updates, you'll be familiar on what's going on with the charts. So thanks, broski. No problem, Michael M. And I appreciate everyone joining the stream. We're going to be back on weekly streams. So every Saturday from 11 to 2 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to be starting a stream. And some of the altcoins that I would be looking at right now. So Alchemy Pay, incredible altcoin. Cosmos Atom, very cheap right now. I would be buying as much as I can at these prices, or as many tokens as I could. Coty looking extremely well right now. If you haven't gotten a position in this project, feel free to look into it. Centrifuge is very cheap. I would be looking at Centrifuge for averaging in. Energy Web, extremely amazing project. Very bullish on Energy Web and Polkadot in general, so feel free to research this, but these current prices are very, very cheap. GraphLink, incredible project as well. Super bullish on this low cap. What else do we have? Chainlink below $6, extremely cheap. I would be getting Chainlink. Polygon-matic, something that you guys want to take a look at as well. And that's pretty much it for this stream. Yeah, I don't want to mention too many low caps because I do want to keep my patrons happy, obviously. But that should be everything for this video, guys. I want to thank you all for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all next Saturday. I want to say that we'll be definitely doing streams on every Saturday. I was gone for a few weeks for vacation. That's why we were kind of stopped for a week there for a few weeks. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe and have a great day. Bye-bye.